today I wanted to do something really colourful for you because I haven't done anything colourful in donkey's years. Like seriously, I haven't done anything like really bright and full, fun and playful probably since like Halloween. So I wanted to do something cute, and this was inspired by my new nails. So if you follow me on like Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, you would have seen them. But basically these are temperature reactive nails, or magic nails as I like to call them. So when I'm warm, which is now, they are mint. And you can see here in the video when I'm cold, they're more of a mauve purple colour, and then they go any kind of combination of both in between, and then eventually down to mint again when I'm warm. So I have to say they're probably mauve most of the time because I'm such a cold creature, but mint if I'm in front of lights or if I'm in a nice heated room or anything like that, or if I'm outside and it's lovely and sunny and warm. But generally it's mauve outside because it's Ireland, so there you go. I think you get the message, you get the idea. So I'm really obsessed with these at the moment. I get them done by Karina. She owns K Nails, and she works out at Casanu in Galway, which she's just a brilliant nail technician. Is that what you call them? Yeah, nail artist. But yeah, I'm so distracted by these. I swear I'm like a 10-year-old. I'm just like, ooh, look at the colours changed again. I'm such an idiot. But yeah, that's what this is inspired by. So we have the mint up top and then the mauve purple underneath, in case you were wondering. So if you want to see how this is done, just keep watching. And of course it's like springtime, so not quite in time for Easter, but still really appropriate for this time of the year. I will leave the list of products down below. And if you've got any questions for me, do feel free to leave them in the comments as well. Thanks guys. So I already have my base done from earlier on. Today I am wearing this guy by SMASHBOX. It is the Camera Ready BB Water SPF 30 foundation. I love this. This is what I actually brought to Lanzarote with me on holiday there a couple of weeks ago. And really lovely lightweight foundation, gives a gorgeous glow, allows your skin to look like skin, and it has that SPF of 30, so it's a lovely kind of boost to your already existing SPF when it is lovely and sunny outside, and it's glorious outside here today as well. So I'm going to start off with the eyes, and for my base I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. This is a fab base. It's good for oily lids because it does help to inhibit oil production, but it's not drying on dry lids, so it's kind of one of those like win-win kind of primers. So I'm going to pop that on with a synthetic brush and buff it in all over the lids. And this particular brush that I'm using, it's really handy. It's the E40 and E41 by Blank Canvas. It's a double-ended brush. This side is a paddle brush, this side is more of a blending brush. So I'm going to turn it around and use the paddle side, which is a lot smaller, to pick up whatever of the primer is left on my hand. Apply that close to the lash line underneath the eye. Then I can just flip around and use the blending side to buff it out a wee bit. Okay, definitely a good idea to zoom in for this. I'm going to start off with this light Inglot colour. If I don't know the numbers off by hand, I will insert them here, but this is the Matte 351. So it's just a really light vanilla colour. Probably similar to Mylar maybe by MAC. Something nice and light like that, and it's totally matte. Anyhow, let's move on to the lid colour. I think I'm just going to go in with this gorgeous mint. I don't know the colour offhand, but I will insert it here. It's a matte colour, and we're going to pop that all over the lid. So that's very close in colour to the mint. You can see my hands are kind of half and half now. Well, not half and half, like mauve on the very tips and then the mint most of the way down. They tend to just change throughout the day, which is very cool, and I'm still so distracted by them. So I'm just going to press that in place. Next I'm going to go into this rainbow colour. Again, I'll leave the number here for you, and I'm going to go into the top colour, so it's the darkest mint. I'm pretty sure that the one I used is like the light one in that as well. And we're going to use that as our crease colour. So work that into the outer V first of all. And this is a fluffier brush. This is the ZOEVA 228 crease brush. The first one I used was their 232 shader. I'm just going to keep building that up until it's intense enough, and then work it back and forth lightly in those windshield wiper motions. And then we'll use this yellow to blow it out a little bit, just to soften around the edges. So I'm just like barely tipping my brush into that colour because I don't want loads of it. And I'm just going to work the yellow here into the eyebrow. Actually kind of looks more lime green. I think that's because it's mixing with the mint. But that's fine. And then soften out that edge. I had to quickly just run my hands under cold water to remind myself of the colour of the mauve. So I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'll use this guy by MAC. It's called Resort. It is one of their just Kohl pencils, and it is like mauve purple. Yeah, it's pretty close to what's on my nails. I'll pop that in the waterline. And then this is the colour that's kind of closest to my nails here, whatever it is. So I'm going to pop that underneath the lower lash line using a tiny wee detail shader brush, again by ZOEVA 237. I will use a light colour to buff it out in a wee sec, but we'll just start off with this. And then I'm going to buff or like blend that out a wee bit using this gorgeous pastel purple, lilac, lavender colour, whatever you want to call it. I'll leave the number here as well. And this is the ZOEVA Petite Crease 231. Looks Petite Crease. Then for eyeliner, I'm going to use my NYX Collection Noir liquid black eyeliner. I've come back to this after using loads of other liquid eyeliners in between, and this is still my favourite, although I could do with getting a new one. And I'm just going to line the outer half of my eye. And I've gone for a fairly small wing on the outside, so I really have to reel myself back in to make sure I don't go too far. But I love this brush. I think you just get so much control over your eyeliner with it. And then for mascara, I'm going to use the Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara by Maybelline. This is one of those like curved ones, so it really gives a good lift to the lashes. And I will be focusing that mainly on the outer half of my eye, so kind of where the eyeliner is. The next I'm just going to clean up under the eye a little bit. I'm going to use the Touche Eclair by YSL or Yves Saint Laurent. It is the number 2, so it's a nice colour, it's not too light. And this is one of the limited edition ones that have slogans on it. The slogan on this one is all lights on me. I had no idea why there was a slogan on it when I first got it, because I got no like information along with it, but I saw other bloggers going on about it and I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I'm just going to pat that underneath the eye to brighten, and then just pop it anywhere else I want to brighten up a little bit, mainly because I put way too much out on my hand. I don't want to waste it all. So I'll use the black Canvas Cosmetics brush from earlier on again, just to blend that out. To set my foundation, I'm going to go in with this guy, which I've been loving again recently. It is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. You can see there it's gotten a lot of love from me. Definitely one of my favourite, like, excuse me. Yeah, definitely one of my favourite standalone powder foundations, but I do like it as a setting powder. You just have to make sure not to go overboard. I like it though when I want to use it over a foundation that has a bit of a glow and I don't want to totally deaden or kill that glow, because even though this is called Stay Matte But Not Flat, it's not overly matte. It actually has a nice kind of sheen, like a natural, like a satin finish I'd say to it. For contour, it's not going to be a surprise. I'm going to use my NYX Taupe Blush. Look how much of this is nearly gone. I've used this up like, I'd say 4 times faster than I did the old blush. It just crumbles and disappears so much faster than the older formula. I mean, it's fine, I love it. It's not going to waste, but definitely doesn't last as long. So this has like a 6-month lifespan on it, whereas the old one used to have like 18 months. So I can't imagine this lasting much longer than 6 months for anyone who uses it on a regular. Let's move on to, oh yeah, I'll do a little bit of contouring on my nose. Just the teeniest bit. I'll use another ZOEVA brush, 227 soft finer. It doesn't really matter, just a small enough but fluffy-ish brush. Don't want anything too tightly packed because otherwise it'll go on very, very harsh, but you don't want anything too fluffy either. So this is a nice in-between. One thing that I've been doing recently with my nose contour is kind of bringing it up along the sides here on the outside, because it makes like this thin part seem a little bit wider when I do that. And then obviously contour the fatter bit towards the end of my nose. For highlight, I'm going to use this gorgeous yolk by the BALM. I did a full video on these products, so I'll link to that here if you want to see it, but I've been loving this guy, which is the Lou-Maniser highlight. I'm going to use that as a little bit of a highlight there in the inner corner of my eyes to start off with. Like so. And then we'll pop some of it onto where it's supposed to go, the top of the cheekbones. And this is a serious highlight. I'll just run whatever's on the brush then just down the centre of my nose, a tiny, tiny wee bit. For brows, I don't want to do much with them because they've actually grown back a good bit now. The tail used to be really, really thin, but now that it's grown back in, I'm quite enjoying it. So what I'm going to do is pop, what'll I do? Because I don't want to go dark with them. I think I'll just put some clear gel through them. Yeah, so they won't go like much darker, but it'll define it a little bit. And then you can kind of just manipulate the hairs with the brush to fill in any wee gaps, but at least it's significant enough now on the outer corner that I don't have to draw in a tail. And I have said a million times before, I love a natural brow, and like I'm not going to lose my shit over a tiny wee gap, like that's just naturally in my brow. I don't know if that is naturally in my brow, maybe a couple of hairs just fell out, but like that happens, it's grand. So then for cheeks, you could leave them completely like clean if you want. I'm going to do a tiny bit of this guy by the BALM as well. It is the Cabana Boy blush. It's this gorgeous like plummy colour, somewhat plummy colour. I'm going to pick up a little bit and then dab a little bit onto tissue so it's not too strong, and then just put the smallest sweeping of it on my cheeks. More than enough because I don't want to go overboard. And then for lips, we'll finish off with, where is it gone? Oh yeah, so one of the colours that the BALM sent me as well was this guy here, which is called Ma Bills Be Paid. It's one of the BALM lipsticks. So let's apply some lip pencil first. I think I'll go in with this New Look colour. I actually really, really like this. It is a New Look lip liner. There's no name, it's just a number, so it's number 17. And you can see there it's very nude. Like I've put that on, but you can't really see it. But even though it's very nude, it's still dark enough that you can kind of overline your lips. I find if a lipstick is too, or a lip pencil is too light, it's not great for overlining lips with, but as long as like it's ever so slightly darker than your own lips, you can get away with it. And with the lip liner done, I'm going to go in with Ma Bills Be Paid. Which doesn't make a huge amount of a difference, it just lightens it up a little bit. And voila, there is the finished look. So there you have it. There is my mint and mauve inspired eyes, brought to you courtesy of these babies, which I'm still just loving. The tips are a little bit mauve, but sometimes they're really ombre, which is cool. You can tell I'm just obsessed with them. I'm such an idiot. But I really like this look actually. I love the lift it gives to the eyes as well. And when you're rocking these kind of coloured eyes, you kind of do have to pare it back everywhere else just so that you don't compete with them. I mean, of course you can do what you want and wear brights everywhere, but if you want the eyes to be the focus, I would go quite neutral everywhere else. Hope you like this, guys. I will see you on Tuesday for my next video. I'm going to try and do a few more kind of bright colours like this as well, because like I've mentioned in a few videos recently, I've been really uninspired by makeup tutorials recently, but that was probably my own fault because I've just been doing like boring neutral look after neutral look, so I have no one to blame but myself. Anyhow, take care till my next video. I hope you all have a lovely week and I'll just see you soon. Bye guys.